Alright, oggi ragazzi cerco Dave Smith comedy show in Tampa is where I'm heading. Well, I see. I'm just reflecting on the day as a part of my daily diary. And how my mom reminded me about the time. I realize it's 5 o'clock. Literally, it's turning 5 o'clock, and the show's at 6. It's in Tampa. And that is motherly love. My mom and I are like two peas in a pod. My dad and I are like oil and water. My brother and I are like, ugh, salt and pepper. More like salt on a wound. But I had to give up a lot. I've lost my identity several times. And what saved me, funny enough, what I chalk it up to is raising chickens. And the idea came from timcast.com, so I will give it up to him for that. It changed my life. Because in my inner child is a builder and an artist. And I challenge you as well. I've got wall-to-wall traffic heading to Tampa. So my focus has to be on both driving and telling a story, practicing. Right? But if you are focused on controlling your ego, telling you I should speed up. I wish you would hurry up. That's your ego. One of the last lessons of life I've learned is to slow down and enjoy the ride, because life is too short. You'll be dead before you know it. That is truer than you may think. Nobody knows when their time is up. Anybody can guess. As good as any. All we can hope for and wish for is die peacefully in our sleep, surrounded by loved ones, with no pain or suffering. That would be living an amazing, extraordinary life. To end it on a solid, good note, surrounded by love, family, and it was all based on a strong moral compass, a nuclear family full of skeletons, physical beatings that got put in people in the hospitals, tragic stories, horrific stories about walking through the mines of Cambodia, 3 legs, one way down twice and one way up. up once. You cannot imagine what my mom's family must have gone through to escape communism, to come to this great country and become proud American, legal immigrants. And I was born on the run. About to be aborted, actually. Except the doctor was out of the country. And they had to escape because they caught wind of where the refugee camp was in Thailand. So they had to head out immediately. And she was struggling. And my uncle number 2 told her to keep me. And I'm lucky.
Watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
Good Lord. That shocked the living shit out of me. That's God telling me to stay alert, by the way. So multitasking, doing this kind of level is expert level. And even then, I'm driving in the slow lane. Driving about the speed limit. With like a force field around me, about 3 car lengths. By the way. And that's my focus and attention on how much space I have and how much leeway I have for focusing on another task. I've been practicing multitasking complex tasks at a time. Driving is a complex task. So is attempting to be precise and remember the story that I'm trying to tell you while I'm driving. And again, some of you might get it, some of you may not. And that's okay. Because I've learned in a very short time that I have gained great knowledge, and it would be a shame for me to lose that because I did not record it in one fashion or another, because I feel as though I'm tapped in to some sort of energy. Call it what you will. I've got a lot of harebrained ideas that I'll have to execute simultaneously. The 15-minute video literally was 15 various projects all bundled in 15 minutes. I don't know if you realize that or not. The things you do for family. Do I have to build it to that level? No. I could have paid somebody to do it. But what fun is that? What fun would that be? I have high blood pressure. I have high cholesterol. I need to exercise. This is my way of doing it. But I had no desire to be doing this in the dead of summer. Things stalled. Shit happens. And a death in the family. My brother, who is on physical disability, is moving in with me. And he's the last step and piece of the puzzle that will make my mom the happiest that she will have been in a very long time. And that's the gift and opportunity that was presented to me when she shared that possibility. So you see, you want to dream. Pay attention. Focus. I'm giving you my life lessons. That's what you are paying for. My life lessons to show you how it's done. Cooking on 130,000 BTU walk. Cooking my way through Mama Tan's Chinese restaurant. All our ancient recipes. now that they're retired, I'm having special appearances from all my aunts and uncles, cooking, having the time of their life, playing mahjong with my mom, drinking hot tea, the best that money can buy from all over the world. And when we're done here, we're planning on going to Hawaii. I don't know how we're going to pull it off, but we're going to do it. We're going to do a family trip where I'm going to rent an Airbnb out there for a week or a month and just have people fly in and out as they want and present that as an opportunity for our family to get together. Truce, if you will. If you want to be a part of it, part of that journey and that healing process, then please consider to contribute that $2 a month. $3 for premium, although that's, you're going to be waiting for a while, just warning you. At least 6 months, because I'm still working out the bugs. Literally working out the bugs. If you want to donate. You know how you get in touch with me. You don't need to have a place to do it. I'm doing this all for Mama Tam, by the way. The domain for my consulting company is www.mtd.com. It's the consulting company of what I do. RPA, BI. I'm a solutions architect and data engineer. I've worked at a lot of places. I'm a consultant. I'm an artist. I'm a builder. RPA stands for Robotic Process Automation. And the easiest way for me to explain that to you is I do the jobs that nobody in their right mind would ever sign up to do because it is mundane, busy work where you're doing copy, paste, move this file over here, doing this basic logic, if, else, whatever, if this condition, do this, else this condition, do this. What if I told you RPA is, just go look it up. Don't believe me. I've been doing it for the last 2 decades. In the last 3 weeks, I learned about RPA. And since then, I have been deep diving into RPA tools. You know how fast I picked them up? The most complex one is 2 days. I'm waiting to get licensed from work so I can learn the widget, but I can't record it because it's work proprietary. So, but that doesn't mean that I don't get to know it and put it on my LinkedIn or whatever. But that's part of my consulting. But you got to remember, I've been doing RPA work for the last 2 decades. You know how fast it would take for me to get up to speed with all these other tools? Lickety split. And I get to do it, and I'm going to record that. But I can't do the enterprise level until I have enough capacity to be able to justify it. I gotta look at pricing. If it's $1,000 a month, I've heard it's like $1,000 a month, and that's a lot for a small business to bite. Alright, so where do I need to go? Domain. We are going in. We're in no rush. Going over to Howard Franklin is really calm today. I took upon myself to buy comedy tickets to Dave Smith. I'm a fan of. Never listened to him in person. But I'm kind of like the silent majority. I don't really try and make myself stand out. Really. I do, but I don't. He's somebody I respect. But I wore an appropriate shirt that says fill in the blank as a comedian. And we are the punchline. At least that might be a small little joke that my attorney gave me. We'll see what he says. But needless to say, I had an extra ticket. Really lost track of time. Did not find anybody to come. So I'm going solo. And that doesn't matter. time away for my brain to just unplug from life. And this is a rare opportunity for me, because I'm usually still digesting information from podcasts, from like timcast.com or Luke Rukowski. Very rarely Sagar and Crystal. I'll be honest, I'm a little slanted now because Crystal has completely gone sideways on both presidential candidates, and just like really, the first time she did it, I didn't catch it, but the second time I caught it, the second time I saw it was when she interviewed Vivek, to the point where I couldn't even finish it. It's like, it's crazy. 3/4 of a mile. So I know this place is North Del Mabry. So anyway, I'll leave it with this. You're the average of the 4 people. No, you're average of the 5 people you hang out with most. And that includes podcasts and anything you're inputting into your body, mind, and soul. Think about it in those terms. The first exercise is to list out the 5 people you hang out with most as inputs. Okay, we need to get into our left. We gotta go north, Del Mabry. And the lane is slow, but we will not go because we are patient turtles. Because the tortoise always wins. And this might sound silly for you to listen to me ranting, but I hope you, at some point, you may or may not appreciate the amount of focus and attention that I had to exchange for me to be able to focus on driving through this crazy traffic with a hazard. Wow. For me to get to a 6 o'clock showing of Dave Smith. Boy, do I have a story to tell you. Actually, I recorded it for you. But, I'm not going to make it a big deal. But it's a talent. As a comedian, I admire comedians because they think on the fly. So you get somebody that starts howling you. Woo! You gotta be able to be witty and snap back. It's an art to be able to hold the room. I used to DJ, but I retired. Stopped. Music just wasn't a priority for me anymore. Things shift. Now my focus is Mama Tam, Papa Tam, and my older brother, who says he's going to make it down here sometime. It's okay. I got it all under control now, motherfucker. But, man, it's been a long ride. Had a death in the family that was very unexpected. Double lung cancer that metastasized to her brain. She suffered. It is atrocious how we treat the dying and the elderly and the vulnerable. That means kids included. If you haven't watched Sound and Freedom yet, I highly recommend it. If you've never heard of Vivek Ramaswamy, I highly recommend you listen to him too. Dave Ramsey is also on that list. Timcast. Anybody that Timcast is whatever. Of course, Rogan, Michael Malice, Dave Smith, Jordan Peterson, Daily Wire. These are just some of the things that I listen to sporadically. Timcast for sure. A lot. But these are the influencers. Mike Rowe, Dirty Jobs. I would divert I would make I would have a serious conversation with Micro and let him paint the canvas of what his perfect utopia would be. And I would use that as my guideline to map that out. I would love the opportunity. In my mind, I would start with all the trades, like being an electrician, plumber, all the carpentry, welding, all that type of work. I would lump that as infrastructure, government paid, government benefits, on top of better pay. It's privatized, it's subsidized. I think that's fair. Giving them Medicare. That's what the system is made for. You want to do better for customers and patients? Get the freaking corporate out of government. That's why I'm telling you, listen to Vivek Ramaswamy, Dave Smith, Tim Cass, Michael Malice, even Alex Jones, Joe Rogan, Jimmy Dore, Roseanne Barr, Jordan Peterson, Michaela Peterson, Russell Brand, Saga and Crystal were there, but they did not make the cut. Sorry, Crystal. Your interview with Vivek really perturbed me. No hard feelings. I wish you the best. Jimmy Dore was right. I've had to juggle a lot to be able to get to this point. So today is a treat. This is a treat for me. And I'm recording a lot of my conversations even with myself now, because as I have been saying or sharing, whatever is driving me to do all these projects, I can't explain it. You know, I don't know what kind of analogy I can give you. It's kind of like Noah's Ark. It's like, I don't know. Just doing it. Because it just kind of happened this way. Things did have to escalate, however, because my brother was bringing a family dog. And he escalated the building of the front fence. He did this sometime in March. And then he thought he was moving before April or sometime in April. Then it dragged. Was now August. Still not here. Now the dog's here. And during that time, I painted so many freaking pallets. He bailed on me 3 dozen pallets. I'm still not done. It is built. It's done. I've sourced all the materials. But I'm gonna freaking build whatever the hell I want. Because, god damn it, I've freaking earned it. So I'm going to Dave Smith to laugh my ass off by myself. Because I was too fucking lazy and tired to find a person of interest or a friend or whatever, whoever fucking wanted to hang out to come. Sorry. But I did reach out to a few, and yeah, whatever. Doesn't seem, I've been busy. Regardless, I'm gonna enjoy the show. It's been a wild ride this year for me. I've been stressed out, and I am juggling God knows how many projects. I've seen them. It is like the pallet fence is what started it. Because they needed the chicken run, and they needed the wall 6 foot. So I went to the city and measured it, and I can get away with it because on the business side, it is less than 6 feet, and that's what they are going against. And it's commercial anyway, so they're not really. It's pre-existing, so they can't bitch and complain. It's already built it. Sorry about that. So anyway, the stipulation was that the wall where the chicken run is had to be colored coordinated, meaning on the business side it had to be that kind of light green, yellowish, and then our side it was like a dark green, and that's what we did. Well, things started dragging, things started escalating, family drama, death in the family, move here, move there, move everywhere. What is going on here? I may have taken the wrong way, but I don't care. I'm in the middle of freaking bumper to bumper traffic on Del Mabry, heading to a Dave Smith concert, or I'm sorry, comedy show at Side Slitters, and it is wild. I think that's probably the funniest word that Dave uses, wild. Actually, Joe Rogan uses it too, wild. And that is exactly it, wild. It is like bizarro world right now. The pendulum has swung to the farthest reaches of insanity. And I think it's now heading the other way. And I think we are getting ready to hit a culmination, whether we are going to war or we are going to settle and not go to war. And I think that will be the pivotal point for whoever is going to make peace happen, so that nobody else has to die for greed of money, power, and control by the globalists, by the companies that are making these fucking weapons. I am for the 2 or 3 candidates that say they can bring peace to the globe, and to stand for the nuclear family through generations. And all I gotta remember at the end is remove no fault divorce, school choice, defund the Department of Education, as Vivek said, defund the FBI, consolidate, do follow Vivek's policies. I would even go further, NSA, ATC, who else? All of them. They have been lying to their teeth. All these intelligence agencies, dismantle all of them. And you start from scratch. You cannot weed out a virus on an old computer. Sometimes you just need to rip it out and replace it. Or you can't save the system, so you build a parallel economy, a parallel system, and then you cherry pick people based on their moral compass. Does it align with yours? And through that mechanism, you get to, I gotta cut it short now because I'm getting ready to turn on GPS. I'll just think about it later.